Thank you for choosing Force CS insecticide to help manage corn pests on your farm. Force CS is a liquid soil-applied insecticide used to control corn rootworm and other early season corn insects. It has the same active ingredient as Force 3G, a product that has been used successfully for over 25 years. Force CS is applied via the Raven application system, which delivers Force CS insecticide by directly injecting it with a carrier, such as water or liquid fertilizer, and then applying it to your field in a T-band or in-furrow. Syngenta has created this video to help you maximize your equipment's performance. Note that just as planter configurations vary, so do insecticide application systems. Your Raven application system may differ from the one shown in this video, but operation and maintenance will remain largely the same. Following a day's planting, it's important to consider the necessary cleanout procedure. If your planter will be sitting overnight in above freezing temperatures, you should flush your carrier lines downstream of the injection pump on your last pass through the field, as shown in our maintenance video. If your planter sits idle for more than 6 hours in sub-freezing temperatures, it will become necessary to take the steps to winterize your system, as shown in our maintenance video, including disconnecting and storing any leftover product. Use your Force CS cleanout kit to flush any remaining product from the system and add RV antifreeze. It is imperative that you do not expose the insecticide to sub-freezing temperatures and allow it to freeze. When storing your product, whether prior to the planting season or during the planting season, be sure to designate a warm, dry area. With the Raven application system, Force CS can help you better control corn insects and grow more corn. When working with the Raven application system, your number one priority should always be safety. When using a pesticide such as Force CS, always wear the proper personal protective equipment and follow safety procedures outlined on the product label. These items should be worn anytime you're handling Force CS. When working with Force CS in your application equipment, it is very important to dispose of any hazardous materials in a responsible manner. Please follow all state and federal guidelines for proper storage and disposal. Before you begin planting with a Force CS application system, there are some critical setup steps that should be taken to ensure the proper functioning of your equipment. If your system has been operated previously, it should have been winterized and maintained according to the equipment manufacturer's guidelines. For more information on proper winterization and maintenance, please watch our video on these topics and talk to your equipment supplier. Before performing any of the following tasks, turn off the application system in the cab and depressurize it by turning the flow valve. Check if the injection pump inline screen is clean. When putting the screen back, hand tighten the screen cap securely. Do not use a tool, as too much torque might cause it to crack. Verify that the carrier pump screen is clean. If you are applying Force CS insecticide in furrow, check the application tubes for debris. When using a seed firmer, use only approved seed firmers, as indicated in the equipment manufacturer's manual. When applying Force CS in a T-band, be sure to select the appropriate nozzle for volume of carrier liquid you intend to apply, as directed in your equipment manufacturer's manual. Then, check to be sure that the nozzles are clean. We recommend that you have an adequate supply of clean nozzles and screens as backups before planting to minimize downtime in the event of a problem with either. Note the difference between the dirty screen on the left and the clean screen on the right. After checking your screens and nozzles, you can begin loading your Force CS boxes. Open the Force CS box by knocking off the perforated cover using your knuckle. Gently remove the perforated cover, as it's important to preserve the integrity of the box. Do not use sharp objects, such as knives or tools, to avoid puncturing the bag. Lock the spout into place by sliding it down into the spot rest in the box. Properly and completely remove the tamper evidence seal to avoid air leaks. Keeping the Force CS horizontal, load the boxes into the cabinet, following directional arrows on the box to align with the cabinet. Place the first box into the quadrant on the bottom right and the second on the bottom left. Start on the right again for each remaining level. Using the back pressure tool provided by Raven, hook up the quick connectors. The quick connect will audibly snap into place, indicating it is correctly connected. As a reminder, always inspect connectors for residue from previous use, and use a damp cloth to wipe clean. Treat the cloth as a hazardous material and dispose of it accordingly. If your system was previously winterized, you will need to flush it by removing the RV antifreeze and residual material from your application system's lines using your cleanout kit. This can be ordered from your Syngenta sales representative. Start by connecting your chemical collection container to the cleanout tube. It is important to remove the vent cap to prevent the buildup of pressure in the cleanout container. Then, connect the 1/4-inch tube from your cleanout kit to your system's injection pump. Inside the cab, you will input the procedure to prime your Force CS application system and remove excess winterization fluid. With the master switch off, press the power button to turn on the console. Press the data menu twice. Then use the down arrow key to reach the priming screen. Turn on the master switch. Priming will begin when you press the CE button. When priming is complete, turn the master switch off again. Once your system is completely drained of RV antifreeze, return the flow valve to operational position and disconnect the cleanout kit. The contents of the cleanout kit container should be treated as hazardous waste and disposed of according to all federal and state regulations. Enter the calibration module on the console and complete the routine. Turn off products 1 and 2 using the Product Select button and the On-Off button. Zero out the speed by pressing Self-Test. Enter. 0. Enter. Turn on the master switch to begin calibrating. Calibration is finished at the back of the planter. To calibrate the pump, unscrew the cover of the calibration device. Push the plunger down and replace the cover. To activate the pump, wave a metallic object by the sensor located on the injection pump inside the cabinet. Check to make sure the plunger rises back to the calibration marks. The console will read Cal Done once the calibration is complete. You may need to recalibrate the plunger periodically if daily temperature fluctuations exceed 30 degrees. Your Raven application system is now ready to apply Force CS. For proper winterization and additional maintenance instruction, please see our video on these subjects.